Algebra 2 Academic, Graphing Calculator Practice, Day 2. Okay, I'm just going to zoom in. There we go. I think you can see it better now. Okay. All right, so you do need your graphing calculator today. You do need your graphing calculator, so let's get those out, please. Right. A little bit of review. This is kind of review day. Find all the zeros of this function here. How do I do that? Plug it into your calculator, okay? All right, so if you don't remember how to do that, right, I'm going to turn on my calculator. I hit the y equals button. Okay, I hit the y equals button, and then I can type my equation in on that line, okay? I think we've gotten pretty good at that. We all know how to do exponents. You all know where the X button is? Okay. Then I hit graph. Okay, I want all the zeros. All right. Little refresher, how do I make sure my window looks nice and pretty? So you can do it quick. You can do window, make sure negative 10, 10, negative 10, 10, or I can do what? I can hit zoom, the zoom key, and I can select Z standard. Okay, all right. Where are my zeros on this graph? Where are my zeros? They're also called my x-intercepts. Hint, hint. What 3 points do I want? We know this. You guys just all did on the quiz yesterday. Yes, the ones that intersect the axis here, right? The x-axis, okay? Hence the word x-intercept, okay? How do we do that? Second trace, and we want the zero function, okay? Got my cursor. It moves around using the right and left arrow keys. The top and bottom arrow keys do nothing. Okay. So what we want to do is we want to find this first intersection point here. Okay. So what I do is I take my cursor using my left arrow key. When my calculator asks for the left bound, I move the cursor just to the left of that zero, that intersection point. I hit enter. And then I use the right arrow key to move it just to the right of that intersection point. And I hit enter. And then when my screen says guess, I hit guess one more time. That gives me negative 1.9, comma 0. Yes, Blythe?
I put mine on the graph and it doesn't look the same as yours. I don't see it.
Your window feels like so it's the same picture, so to make your window the same one I had, it's zoom. Go to zoom Z standard. Yeah. So your window is just
Okay.
all right, and then let's find the other ones. Are we feeling okay about this?
Yeah.
Okay, I might do these next couple pretty fast since this is like my 6th time doing this. So second trace 0. Right, I put my cursor somewhere to the left of that second intersection. I hit enter. Then I put the cursor somewhere to the right of that second intersection. I hit enter. When it says guess, just hit enter one more time. Don't move the cursor. 1.1 comma 0. Okay. Let's do this one more time. Okay, one more time. Okay, I want that third intersection point there. So I'm going to hit second trace. I want the 0 option, okay? So move the cursor somewhere just to the left of that third intersection point. Hit enter. Move it just to the right. Hit enter. When it says guess, hit enter one more time. Boom. Oh no! What's this mean? 0. If there's an E in one of the coordinates, just put 0, okay? So 3.8 comma 0. Yeah. E to the negative 12 means that was 2 times 10 to the negative 12, so it was 0.0000000000002. Round that to the nearest 10. 0. All right, feeling okay about that? As a little review, a little refresher. Okay, number 2. So they give us an equation for the company's revenue. Good? Oh, is it like a pencil sharpener? It's all good. Okay, so this is an equation for the company's revenue. What's going on here is this equation gives me the company's revenue as a function of the price of their product, okay? So if the company's selling their product for $5, we can get the total revenue they're gonna make by plugging in 5 to this equation, okay? What's revenue mean? That's the total amount of money that a company brings in, okay? All right, so what price will maximize the revenue? How do you guys think I do that problem? So I want to plug this equation into my calculator. So negative 15.37x squared plus 305.28x plus 12,500. Okay. I hit graph and I want to find the maximum, right? When you guys hit graph, what shows up? Absolutely nothing. Okay. How do I fix that? Yeah, my window's bad. Okay. So my maximum point on my graph exists, I just can't see it in my current window, right? So what should I do with my window? Let's make my Y max bigger, okay? So window, let's increase Y max. Let's make it 100. Oh no, I still can't see anything. Oh no. Bummers. So hard. What do I do? Make it even bigger. Okay, make it even bigger. Let's try 1,000. Oh no. I still can't see it. Make it even bigger. There we go. I'm seeing something. I'm seeing something, right? A little. Let's make it 100,000. That's crazy. That's crazy. All right, I got this little smidge right here. What do you think I need to increase now? So I can see it high enough. I need to increase. I want to see more to the right. So let's do x max as 100. All right. How do I know? I don't want to go any bigger than 100 for my x max because what does x represent? The price. We're not going to selling our product for $50,000 a pop is kind of ridiculous, kind of absurd. So just do 100, okay? There we go. All right. Think you can find the max? How do I find the max? Second trace. I want the maximum option, okay? For left bound, hold down one of your left or right arrows so you can see the cursor. We want to put the cursor somewhere to the left of that maximum, that hill. Hit enter. And then we want to move my cursor somewhere to the right of that hill. Hit enter. And then when it says guess, don't hit the arrow keys. Just hit enter one more time. Boom. Okay. Which one's my answer? My X or my Y? Let's think about this. What did the problem ask for? They're saying what? Price. Which variable represents price? X. So we want $9.93. Okay, I don't know what they're selling. Something cool and trendy. They're selling Tamagotchis. No, I'm kidding. Anyone ever have a Tamagotchi? Okay. It's from it's a 90s thing. I'm actually not a 90s kid. I'm a 2000s kid. All right, find the maximum revenue. What do I do for that? What's the answer for finding the maximum revenue? Y. Yeah. So I already have that maximum point, right? Let's think about this. Which variable represents max revenue?
X.
Price. Price is X. Y represents revenue, right? right? The variable that's by itself, that's going to be analogous to y. So R or y represents revenue. So my answer for the maximum revenue is just going to be the y coordinate of that same point. $14,015.87. There you go. So almost a year of tuition at Cathedral. All right. Okay, we feeling okay? So maximum, right? Since we had the word maximum here, right? Our answers came from the same point, that maximum point on my graph. But what they're asking for on part A, they were asking for price. What price will maximize revenue? So we wanted the x coordinate of that point. For part B, they were saying, what's the maximum revenue going to be? So we wanted the y coordinate of that point. Okay? Okay. All right, at what price for the product will the company earn a revenue of $9,500? All right, Algebra 2 word problems. All right, many Algebra 2 word problems, they give you an equation. So they'll give you an equation, right? An equation, okay? What they'll do is they'll give you like x and have you solve for r, or they'll give you r and they'll have you solve for x, okay? That's like 90% of Algebra 2 graphing word problems. At what price for the product will the company earn a revenue of $9,500? Which variable did they give me? They gave me r, which on my calculator is represented by y, okay? So they gave me y equals 9,500, and I got to solve for x. What do I do when they give me y? Plug it in where? Yes, exactly. What do I do on my calculator? So we want to go back to the y equals button, and we want to do 9,500 and put it on the y2 line.
Wait, do we keep that first?
Yeah, keep the first one. Okay, graph, okay. Then we want what? How do we get our answer? Where they intersect. Which intersection here? Yeah. So you guys see in the negative x region here, that makes no sense because x represents what? Yeah. So x is price. You're not going to have a negative price. We're not going to pay people to buy our product. I don't know what that means, okay? So we're going to do the second intersection there, okay? So how do I do intersection? Second, trace, intersect. First curve, okay? Hold down one of your arrow keys till you can see your cursor, okay? I want to put my cursor somewhere to the left of that intersection point there. Okay, so it's to the left. Hit enter. And then I want to put my cursor somewhere to the right of that intersection point. And then I want to hit enter. When it says guess, don't hit the arrow keys. Just hit enter one more time. Boom. Okay, what's my answer? Why is it not 9,500? They already gave that to us, right? And they're asking for the price. Price is X. So this is our answer, okay? Here, I'll zoom in as close as I can. Can I see that all right? Oh, no. Caffeine's hitting me. Okay. $27.07. $27. Oh, wait, sorry, yeah. $27.07, okay? So if we set the price equal to $27.07, the company's going to bring in $9,500 of revenue.
It's cold in here though. I didn't have one.
Yeah, well, get you a spirit sweatshirt like cheerleader.
Anyway, sister takes a while. So sorry.
I was never close enough to my siblings to share clothes with them.
Oh no, I don't share.
She just takes
She'll
them.
take it when I'm not home, and then she has a lock on her closet door.
She locks her closet.
She literally has
That's
a lock
sus.
and a keypad.
That's sus. All right.
I know. Tell me about it.
What's the revenue if the price of the product is $24.99? What did they just give me? Which variable in our equation did they just give me? So they just gave me an x, so I'm solving for what? So they gave me an x, I'm going to solve for y. That's easier, okay? This one's very easy. Okay? So all we're doing is we're plugging 24.99 into this y1 line. Okay? Two ways I can do that. The way I like to do it, go to your graph. Okay, literally just hit trace, only trace, 24.99, enter. Okay, $10,530.38. Okay, I can also do what? I can also use what key to do that? Vars. Vars, right arrow key. Select function, select y1, put 24.99 in parentheses next to y1, hit enter, boom, same answer. All right. I badly need to get all the fingerprints off my calculator. My apologies. All right, we feeling okay? All right, let's do number 3 now. Okay, so let's plug this equation into my calculator now, okay? So clear everything out and then put in negative 16x squared plus 62.95x plus 12.875. Okay, so I'm going to type that in. Let's go back to my original window, okay? How do I do that? How do I do the OG window? Zoom, and then Z standard. All right. Oh no. All right, so I can see kind of part of the graph, right? Let's look at that first question. Find the time the projectile needs to reach its highest point. What's my highest point? What's that also called? My max, right? Can I see my max on my window? No, I don't see max. Okay. So I need to do what? Increase your y max. Okay, let's try 100. There you go. Okay. So second trace maximum. Cursor somewhere to the left of my hill. Then put it on the right of my hill. Press enter. You get, which one's my answer? How do I know? Okay. So let's think about this. Go back to my equation. H represents what here? Height. T represents what? Time, right? What are they asking me to do? Find the time. Okay, so my answer when I find my maximum point there is the x coordinate. 1.97 seconds. All right, and then that's the first part. When they say how high will it go, what's my answer now? Now it's my y, 74.79 feet. All right, how long does it take the projectile to hit the ground? How do we do that? There is no minimum here. I can prove it too. Where's 40? What are you thinking for 40? Oh no, we're doing part B. You're skipping ahead a little bit, but that's actually right for C. Good job. What do I do for B? Yeah, so it's going to find the second 0 there. Okay, right? If this is the height, when the projectile hits the ground, it's going to be a height of 0. So find that second 0 there. Okay. Second trace 0, right? Cursor somewhere to the left of that intersection point, enter. Somewhere to the right, enter. It says guess, hit enter. All right, 4.13 seconds. 4.13 seconds, okay. All right. You guys feel okay? Feel okay? Okay. What do I do for C? Plug in 40 for Y. So they said, when is the projectile 40 feet high? So what variable did they give me? Yeah, so they gave me H, which in my calculator is represented by Y. So I'm going to plug in 40 into that Y2. Okay. All right. For this one, the way I read the problem, they're just saying, when is the projectile 40 feet high? I interpret that as like both intersections are the answer, okay? If they said, when does the projectile reach 40 feet, which intersection would we want? The left, right? The first time it reaches 40 feet, right? If they said, when does it fall back to 40 feet, which one would we want? The second one. But they just said when, so I interpret that as both. So second, trace, intersect. Okay, one to the left, enter, one to the right. Enter. So 0.49 seconds. And then let's do the right intersection. Second, trace, intersect. .44 seconds. Okay. So make sure you know what your variables mean. Okay. And D, what did they give me now? Which variable did they give me? They gave me t, right, which in my calculator is just x. So how do I plug in 2.76 into the equation on my calculator? So I can go to my graph, I can hit trace, 2.76, enter. 64.74 feet. Okay. All right, you guys feeling okay? So there's one more thing I want to mention. I taught B period this, and then I looked at and I did the homework, and I was like, oh, there's something I didn't teach them that they need to do the homework. So luckily, I'm here for you guys. So there are going to be some problems on the homework where what they're going to do, they're going to give you a height equation. So they'll give you something like h of t equals at squared plus vt plus like h sub 0, okay? Then they'll say like initial velocity. So they'll say something like initial velocity equals 40 meters per second and initial height equals 10 meters or something like that. Okay? And then they'll have you plug it into the equation. Okay? How do we know where to plug these two numbers in? So let me do this. How do we know where to plug my pink number in? Do you guys know? Okay, good. That's why I wanted to talk about it. Initial velocity is always the number that's next to t there. All right? All right? My initial height is always the constant number, okay? And they'll have a in there for you already, so you don't have to worry about that. It's usually going to be negative 16. Okay, but when you're doing those problems on the homework, okay? All right, I'll get this on YouTube real quick.